whatnot, this paper's cold. Every issue, a story that's gotta be told.
Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's what not, why not time. We're here with, at the start, with Mr. Pilsner Props.
Good evening,
How's it
everybody. How
going?
you doing?
No one's filtered in yet. I think the San Diego Comic Con crowd and everything's kind of taking us out.
Oh, I figured it was my face for radio drove me away.
Well, I think it's that and the fact that everyone's getting ready to drop those packs tonight at midnight. So who knows what's going on? Yeah, we still got nobody in the chat.
The PAX thing's an interesting thing. Well, I'm gonna watch some replays tomorrow if I can and see how the hype does on them.
Yeah, well, definitely. I want to see what they go for. I heard there's something new. Oh, somebody's in. Hey Jay, what's going on? Yes, Rom, Jay is here. Yep. Hey Jay, how you doing? The PAX, I think there's a yeah, uh they're doing a blue foil now for the PAX.
Yeah, so when they did the Marvel 24 packs, they did a red, and then kind of stuck to silver, gold, and prism, the last two. But yeah, there's a much more limited blue in this run.
Interesting. Well, I didn't read the cards to see what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what the
I was actually looking at one and show one on my show Sunday, and the covers are fine, but they're
yeah.
like very 90s, early 2000s style covers. They're not like I think some of the Deadpool Daredevil, even though they're modern runs, they had better art, I guess.
Yep.
Um,
Oh,
not,
hold on. Got a call coming in. Sorry.
you're good. You're the host. You can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, no, Carm had to seeing what was going on.
So they have a 100 per cover blue foil this round, and then a
Okay.
very limited signed covers. Which, as far as I know, there's still signed sketches floating around that haven't been found for the last pack run.
Oh, nice.
And I know of quite a few packs that are there's some sitting on eBay. I have a sealed box of 3. Scandalous has 2 boxes sealed, so there's still stuff to be found.
Yeah, I'd like to see what keep a track. There, a site that keeps track of these things would be nice to have.
Yeah, the whatnot doesn't care because they took our money in their private show and they're going to take our money in the fees. They're not worried about any of that.
Oh no, I meant for people that are looking to to say, okay,
Oh, yeah.
well,
Well,
now
yeah,
these packs are worth a whole lot more because there's only possibly 15 packs left, and there's 2
much
big
like
things in them.
my PA state lottery does. You can go on their website and see what big prizes are still unclaimed.
Yeah, because that, as I said, that would make things when you're selling them, like
Oh yeah,
make it a whole lot more important to see what what we're selling. So
and I mean, I guess most of that data is right now word of mouth because if someone bought packs and opened them and kept it, you would never know that it's been found.
correct, yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to track, but the sealed boxes were there were several that hit secondary markets before the sale, which you're going to get anywhere,
Yeah.
and they were like 350 ish, and they weren't really moving. And the packs came out loose books. The pricing dropped off by the end of the weekend, and about 2 months later, sealed boxes were selling for like $300 on eBay
Mm.
because of people still hunting those unfound items.
Well, I know John did it by mistake. I think it was the Daredevil pack, JSP, just by pure mistake. He thought he was able to. He ran the bot. He ran a set of free like a week early or whenever he got them, and it went for like $40. I was like, John, uh, each one of these packs are usually going from 70 to $100.
Well, yeah, I mean, average depending on your size is 60s. Like, I'm pretty small, and I can easily get like $60 a pack.
Yeah.
But it's also based on running during their promo weekend and using their tags so they promote your show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he just happened to throw them up purely by mistake, and I didn't even know it was happening, or I would have bought it. I would have been like, sure, I'll bid on this.
because that's the one thing that they are really hammering down on is early sales of those promo items. So
Yeah.
he's lucky he didn't get spanked.
Yeah, definitely. But he didn't, like, I had to explain to him after I realized what had happened. I'm like, dude, you can't be doing this. Like,
Well, yeah, and I don't know that they would affect your normal metrics or viewership, but they will definitely jeopardize your future participation.
yeah. All right. Well, just give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm gonna run. I gotta make one phone call real quick. Hey, Tweedle. Hey, how's it going, DJ? Um, just give me about like 2 minutes. I just gotta run and do something real quick. Make a phone call. So we'll play some music in the background. Actually, I don't know how, so we'll just go from there. But I'll be right back.
Throw the theme song on loop.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'll work.
Spandex warriors and capes in the air, battles involved and nobody can share. Flipping through time, a portal in hand. This is my kingdom, my paper wasteland. Harbins calling, they whisper my name. Hunting the rare ones, a thrill of the game. Cracked plastic cases, a treasure that's lost. Every dream has a price, every hero a cost. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's make a deal. Trading my soul for a cover that's real. Why not? Why not? This paper's cold. Every issue a story that's gotta be told. Why not? Why not? Let's make a deal. Trading my soul for a cover that's real. Why not? Why not? This paper's gold. has a price, every hero a cost. Why not? Let's make a deal. Trade you my soul for a color that's real. Why not? This paper is gold.
It didn't mute me for some reason.
We couldn't hear you, so that's fine.
That's good. I went out. Went to a different spot anyways, just in case.
Yeah, definitely covered any background noise.
Yeah. Well, we've only got, is DJ the only one in here?
Baileys were here, but not for long.
Did you get the pack? Yeah, well, I didn't get packs because I'm Canadian.
Oh, you're not eligible anyway?
No, they don't give us packs.
I didn't know that. I knew that because I had a seller that's got more followers than I do and catching probably 200 less sales and 50 less reviews, but they haven't been doing it very long, so they didn't get invited. So they're asking questions. I didn't know if it was just duration metrics, or I didn't realize there was like international issue.
I'm wondering if it's like a shipping issue.
Maybe. So I will tell you that this is my third or fourth pack experience, and they bounced the shipping up to $20 for domestic. They generate the labels out of Arizona, but they generally ship from Philly. I'm like, why the fuck did I pay you guys $20 for a 2-pound box from an hour and a half away?
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Yeah, well, and I mean it's nominal in the difference, but I'm like the cost per pack just went up.
Oh yeah, I heard I heard some people paid more too. Than others.
They're like Congress, and I mentioned that a lot. So they ran. So what they do now, and it's different than how they did it my first experience. So you get an invite for a private show, and they started 600 packs, and there was over 600 people in the room. I did hear they eventually raised it to 800 packs that show, but they ran a second show that I have yet to find anyone that was invited to it. So I don't know if they changed the prices after the first 600 went for latecomers. I don't know if the second show was just for Ryder Davis and those kinds of people, because those people generally get 30 packs, even though everyone else is limited to 6. So I'm not sure what they were doing there.
I'm not sure, but well, yeah, we don't get the packs. Well, because I'm my thing's Canadian, right? In the I suppose if I switched to the United States, it would help, but I don't know if I could do that now that I've started it. So,
yeah, I'm not sure.
I know during when there was the Canada Post strike, I know one of the sellers, the Canadian sellers, also did an American account and was shipping from the United States, like driving it over.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, Whatnot gave them a little bit of a slap on the wrist because of it.
Yeah, but that's stupid because it didn't cost them anything. It literally shipped from the United States based on that person's labor.
I think it was because of the fact of for tax purposes.
That's
so. Again, I'm not sure.
And it's very possible, but I'm like, man, for a company that is fee driven, they do a lot of shit to interfere with their fee collection and hinder people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's such a mind boggle for me. I like, one of the things that's you do, and none of us do it enough because we're small, is you're sharing your show. I used to get like 12 bookmarks regularly without having to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
If I don't share my show, I get 3 now.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Rhythm suddenly, because now they want active participation, whatever. I'm like, but if I have 905 followers, I should get 5 bookmarks without doing anything. Like it should show, like the shows from people you follow thing is not active anymore, or not proliferating that data like it used to.
No, it's who you follow and who follows you. It's still in your profile.
Oh yeah, but I used to, without doing anything different, I used to be able to get a lot more bookmarks without having to flood everyone's DMs with shares.
So that makes sense why my tool of being able to share it with everyone is.
Oh yeah, that would be incredible.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna push to make sure that works within
They
the
have
next
definitely
2
changed
weeks.
how that works on their end. Like I used to almost never share a show. I'd get 12 bookmarks, and I get my average, 15 to 18 people in and out of the room without sharing, without having to bug people. Everyone gets a million messages in group chats and shares from flippers and etc. And I wasn't that guy. Like, you want to hang out, you hang out. You want to see what I got, whatever. I don't do it for money. I do it so I can fucking pump it back into the app, essentially. But now it's like I won't even run the show. Like, yeah, but now I have to spend a whole day looking for everyone I know, which is a terrible feature because you can't sort, you can't search, you can't alphabetize who you follow, who follows you. It's like, man, this has really gotten to be work.
Yeah, well, as I said, I'll say I'll finish that tool within like the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm just
No, I want it because
pontificating about the app, because if
it creates revenue for me.
well, yeah, you do some of the stuff on their website, but I'm like, I run 2 Android devices. I'm actually watching a show where there's buyers Giveys coming up that I participated in, and I'll be on YouTube or in a show on one and working on my show and on the other. And it's like, but on their mobile app, like, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. It's terrible. I got an invite for a Trust Pilot review for them.
Okay.
Boy, did I Karen the shit out of them. I also got a reply about, because I blasted them about their exorbitant fees and their, when they switched to surprise sets from mystery shows, Android wasn't supported. I'm like, that's a class action lawsuit, you fucking clowns. Like, literally, it's discrimination. You've collected thousands of dollars in fees from me, and now you tell me I can't run a show?
Yeah. Well, like like I said, the tools are going to be there, slowly rolling them out. But yeah, that one I think I'm going to do very quickly.
I think that's their biggest downfall is, like, their algorithm is not using proven social media techniques. Like, I get, and it's based on your contacts and etc. and your interactions and things you follow. I get that, but I get reasonable suggestions from things Meta owns. On Whatnot, it's like, I bookmarked this show, and it starts in 10 minutes. Why do I have to scroll through all these people I've never heard of to find this show that I saved? Like, I don't know. Seems
you don't.
I can go to the follow tab.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, this is a person that's got 8,500 followers, and I've saved it. It should show up higher in my algorithm.
You would think so, yes.
Like, just based on everyone else's usage of the similar data.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't even like the fact. Again, someone had said they did it for PC, but I may build it for phone. Where a lot of people do, when we were talking before about putting stuff in your auction tab. Yeah. If somebody pre-bids, when something's running, you can't see that. 2, you have to scroll down if you've got a lot of items to see who and there's no way to sort
Yeah,
it to say
you
only
cannot do it
pre-bid.
on Cell. It is built into their app now on PC
Okay.
because I did log into my pack show this
Yeah.
morning to try and because Joey was showing me Joey DWW you can move things from previous wheels to new wheels if it was unsold. So I was playing with that, but I wish they would build some of the features into the mobile app
Yeah.
because I don't have home internet. Yeah, I just don't want it. I'm not connected all the time. I watch over the air TV, etc. But on the web base, which I'm sure is what you do, I'm like, oh, look at that. I see you can see a running tally of your sales in the show. You can click things that have pre-bids, like very basic functions, it would seem like for a seller app.
Yeah, it is. And yet the buyer stuff is built more for mobile because you can't enter a giveaway on a PC. You can't get to your
That's weird.
coupon.
You can
You
run
can't
all
get to your coupons on a PC either.
yeah. So you have to. They literally want you to have it up your PC and your mobile, depending on if you're buying or selling.
Yeah, it's
Asinine.
ludicrous. Like I can understand the giveaways because then they'll script it, but basically I've already know how to do that anyways right now. Like I can like I reverse engineered their application, right? So I know what's being sent back and forth, and I can recreate it in a script if I wanted to. But
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, because as a seller, I'm like, I can click in the whatever the little right hand corner, and I can see the mods, and I can see my sales for the show. But if I can see my
yeah,
sales for the show displayed, because I'm thinking about my FF pack show, and I have a couple different things I'm going to do to try and keep the ball moving. So I have a 50 book wheel, and there's slabs, and there's sign, and there's foils, and there's naughties, and all this shit. But if I could see the sales data, because I would take a book out of my PC if I had a certain metric that I could just watch on screen without having to click out of my show and scroll through data. If it was just displayed on my mobile device that I run the app from, I go,
yeah.
you know what? We hit this metric. I would give away my X-Men 50 slab out of appreciation because I can buy another one. But I would give it away if I could just watch that on screen and the progress of the show without having to take the chat off screen. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's stupid.
Well, you said you do it with two phones. You could do it.
Well, I don't.
You could do it in a You could do it in a browser on your other phone.
Yeah,
like,
I don't run my show with two phones.
Ah, okay.
But I'll run like my chat and then a show at the same time, or like this show and a whatnot show. And I might have to do that because
hey, well,
I don't know. Like it just. But why can't they just display your sales progress on your screen?
I know.
You still having to go into your marketplace to see pre-bids and stuff. But even that stuff, like on Android, I can't see what has saves. If someone's hearted bookmarked an item,
yep,
I can't see any of those things on an Android device.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so then the same actually the show this last weekend. I ran a poll for sellout Gibby. If people wanted a slab or I have a fucking MSRP $300 drone and sealed, whatever. But I'm like, you can have your choice. I don't really care. I'm going to give something away. I could not see my poll. All I could do was go into my options and end the poll. I'm like, well, I don't want to end the poll because we're not there yet. I kind of want to see progress. Like, why can't I see that on an Android device? So now I'm asking people who are in my show hanging out that hopefully I interact with on a regular basis look at it and give me the data. But if they've already hit the X on it, now I have to have them leave my show, rejoin the show to get it to repopulate. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, which is stupid unto itself. It shouldn't repopulate anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be a little toggle above, mute, da-da-da's, like pull on and off.
Well, that's the there is some things in mobile you can't do. Like what was it? I was just thinking about it and it left my head. It was a seller feature that is definitely on PC. Oh, it's the idea of restarting a show if you have problems.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where it used to be it was 6 hours, but you could end the show, go do an errand if you had to or whatever, and then restart the show. Your people wouldn't lose their shipping or whatever, and the show would continue, right? Everything was still in your auction and everything because it was that specific show you were restarting. But you can't do that unless it's on PC.
Well, and there's other issues because now with the surprise sets wheel,
Yeah.
I keep an Archie book, like a fucking 50-cent Archie book out.
Yeah.
Because if I run into someone that has a payment problem, I have no way to fix it on a mobile device. It is literally, if I'm only running a wheel, that is the end of the show. I cannot run another wheel. That person now also has locked payment and they can't even type in chat.
Right.
So I keep a 50-cent book out. So anyone that's bought up to that point, that's what we're getting. And they can go and harass that clown later. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, and not to beat up the person that locks on my show, but what was I doing? $4 books, and then there was shipping, so your first book cost you $9. Please don't come to anyone's show if you don't have $9. Like, not derogatory, but I mean, it's a buying app. If you don't have $9 in your account, don't fucking swipe.
No.
But yeah, so I literally have an Archie book that I keep out. I never put it away because it's always going to be the buyer's Givey for a failed show.
Nice.
Because I don't have a way to, because even with BC, you have to wait for them to fix that payment method and then manually do the wheel.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not just for people listening that want to do the things. Yeah. That's something you have to be up against.
Yeah, because they definitely don't tell you this stuff.
Oh no, yeah, for $9 and then say it's your second fucking sale and you got 100 things loading your wheel. You're closed and you didn't cover the cost of your tape.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's move on to the topic number 1.
Yeah.
Speaking of Giveys. We want to talk about Giveys. We were talking a little bit backstage before we started the show, but
I've tried multiple methods.
Yeah,
and so
do Giveys help?
They do. I mean, I follow lots of people I know. I'm watching Scandalous Comics right now. He does no longer do anyone Giveys unless he actually started a new thing this week, and you can sponsor one. So you can do a buy it now item, and he'll run as an everybody Givey. Because the metrics definitely favor you when you're running a Givey. And in theory, you should have mods pumping your show, pumping your goal, whatever you're doing. And whatever you want to have going on, you should have pinned at the same time when you're on the Givey so everyone can see when they join. But as soon as the Givey runs, you lose 30 to 60% of the following. So it's hard. So Santa was in my show this past weekend. I took cards. I had Toxic Crusaders cards. I had UFC cards. I had baseball cards, whatever. I ran them for the lowest weight setting. And I ran them one after another, after another, after another. I gained 50 followers in one show. It's probably my largest following in a single show other than when I took a Sawzall to slabs.
I remember that show.
I mean, that was some of my early stuff to try and build a following. But like, other than things like that, but I had already been interacting with JoJo and Brett Patton. I think I bought those slabs from Brett Patton and a bunch of other people and kind of advertised I was going to do it in their shows. So it was probably my single largest growth day, and I gave away 30 cards of random types. Only 4 went to non-buyers, so it was only 4 separate shippings I end up eating. You do eat some of them if they win first, but everyone else either bought prior or bought after the win. So there's some payoff to it. But I mean, I gained almost, well, more than a 20% increase in my following. I was at 855 and I ended up at 905 after the show.
Yeah, there you go.
For
Well, I know Power Hockey Camps, John, he does cards if you win the Givey, but if you buy something, then he upgrades you to a comic. Or if you buy quite a bit of stuff, then he upgrades you to a nicer comic.
And so Storage Bags does that as well.
Okay.
Steve is actually a really cool dude. He's loud as fuck and he's crazier than I am, believe it or not. But yeah, if you win Giveys, but you're also a buyer, he'll upgrade what you got. Because now if he puts it up a card or a sticker and you win, the shipping's been minimal. So now you bought and now you're at free shipping. He can put another comic in your bag with no additional freight costs to him.
Right.
Bailey's. I'm guilty of doing that myself.
I know how to fix it though.
Pre-bidding too much? I've just eaten it. I've just eaten it. But yeah. Well, and
no. Yeah, there's a fix. There's a fix to that. What you do is you run the book at an exorbitant amount. So let's say he did it at 10.15, right? You run it at $5,000. Once it's done, the pre-bid will reset.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So
that's
because
what that
I pre-bid on shit at work and not realize it, and then I get a fucking PayPal alert, and I'm like, huh, boy, that's more than I thought I was going to spend.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned it to you because this doesn't work like an Excel spreadsheet where you click on the box and it erases and you type over. It works like Oracle where you click on a box and it adds.
Yeah.
And that's what's bit me because I had a $20 pre-bid and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be around when this runs. And I go back in a pre-bid. It loads my original pre-bid and then adds my new pre-bid at the end of it.
Well, do you know why it works like Oracle? Because it's written in Java. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But for people who interact with those apps, like be conscious of that. Because if you're in Excel and you click a box, you type over anything that's in that cell. End of story. If you're in Oracle, because I interact with a GUI for Oracle all day long, and I'll get emails like, "Hey, can you provide this invoice? Because there's been $84,000 debriefed into this invoice." And I'm like, no, it was $844 and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that same problem.
Well, again, like back to the Giveys stuff.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I've run comics. Yes, I've run comics. I've run cards. I've run pops. I've run you name it as Giveys, and I found that cards have the biggest payoff with the least amount of overhead. Because you can go in a show. Actually, all the baseball cards I got were Giveys I won somewhere else, and he would just because he knows me. He's like, "Hey, fuck it," and here's a huge pile of cards. I got enough cards for I don't know, probably the rest of my life on whatnot. Like, but also has to be in the category. I had to switch away from cards because it was a comic show and the T levels didn't match the sports.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, well, the entries in the Giveys for cards fell right on its face. So I switched over to 1 or 2 Toxic Crusader cards and I started getting the engagement again.
So cards are stickers.
Cards are stickers, yeah. Your lowest weight stuff.
Right. So like I know Bailey's send me freaking 50 million stickers that I don't know what to do with half the time. I've got so many stickers, it's not funny. So
I started putting them on the back of a clipboard that I bring to my boss's office when I got a problem with something. And they're all horrible stickers. They ride the HR line. But anyway, yeah. But so you don't have an issue with stickers. You now have fodder for your Giveys.
yes, correct. So I'm saying do that as the Giveys. You're seeing, or you're saying you're seeing about 20% return.
Yeah. So this was the first time I ran them one after another, back to back. And I saw a 20% increase in followers. And I had 2 or 3 drop off, but since the last show, I've also had 3 or 4 new people that weren't even in my show, which I'm not sure how they found me. So I'm still at the same metric I was at the end of my show on Sunday. So that is a 50% increase from 855 to 905.
Okay. Did your it's hard to tell because it's different books and whatever, but do you foresee that you got more new buyers?
So I ended up with 4 new buyers a show, and 2 or 3 of them were Givey winners, and they won the giveaway first, which there's actually a trade-off there, because if they win a giveaway first, it decreases their shipping cost, which can be an incentive to buy. Because you've already eaten the first round of their shipping, or a percentage.
Right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you were in the show, but yeah, 2 or 3 of those people that won Giveys ended up being buyers throughout the show, and all of them bought more than one, which is impressive because it's somebody they didn't know, and it was a surprise wheel.
Well, when you're doing it, when you're doing the Givey, because I know that a lot of the Givey Goblin bots monitor this. They can actually, there's a flag set when you do a list of the channels, and I've told Whatnot about this. I'm like, turn this off so that the Givey Goblins can't find them, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as you do it, a lot of people zip in. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. And you have to try and capitalize on the increase, because it's not just goblins, without a doubt. I mean, you're gonna, I don't know what the metric is, 70% goblins of your increased flow. So you need to run things or pin things to try and appeal to the human users. I mean,
I'm pretty sure there's like Discord channels that people go to, and they'll get like notifications in the Discord that it'll have a link to whomever's channel or Whatnot show when they do a Givey that's bigger, right?
so how do they determine that?
When you do a list of shows,
Oh yeah.
right? It'll determine. There's a flag set, and this is why I was saying is Whatnot has to fix this, because it'll have a flag that if you're running a Givey or not at the moment.
Yeah, and so one of the things I've done, because I've already gotten burned by like form fillers and stuff, as well as trolls, is I load all my Giveys about 10 minutes before the show. Follower Giveys, buyers Giveys, everything doesn't get loaded till right before I start the show. They have the whole show to fill it out, but they don't have the week before that you're promoting it, etc., to fill it out.
Right. That's DJ. D. You can tell DJ. That's how they know they. It's if you actually look at the code of the response back from the server when you get a list of the shows. There's an actual. It never gets displayed on screen because they don't need to. There's no need to. But it actually states whether you're running a Givey or not. It's a Boolean,
Well,
zero.
I think that's a fault, not just bad code. I think it's code they use internally, because that's how they push you up the list for viewership. Because anyone
Yeah,
running
yeah.
Giveys can be higher up the suggested accounts. And I don't know how they fix that and still promote shows that are running Givey within the app.
No, that's easy.
Not for them. They still can't fix the fucking how to enter buyers giveaways. That's been a problem for a year.
No, well, yeah. Well, they actually. Well, no. I talked to the developers. They don't want to fix that. They said it specifically. They're not going to fix that.
So you have
That
to
you can
leave
do
a
it on the
show that
PC.
you participated in for hours to enter into the thing. That's their plan.
Their plan is they don't want it on PC. They only want it
No,
on
no,
mobile.
no. But even on a mobile app, I have to generally leave a show, and I'm not the only one, and re-enter the show.
Oh, that. Yeah. Sorry. No, they know. I don't. Oh, I'm pretty sure they know that, but
Well,
I
they
don't.
know. I know that I've reported it probably 50 times, and I'm not alone. Because now with the amount of bias form fillers have been getting,
Yeah.
you get 15, 20, 30 seconds to enter a buyer's give you for a show you've been in for hours.
Yeah.
So by the time you exit and re-enter, it's already fucking drawn, and they've disqualified you based on their terrible programming.
Yeah. Hey, TR, how you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing, buddy?
Good. We're just talking about Giveys, whether it helps, what percentage does it help you?
Well, there's more to it than just followers giveies.
Yeah.
I've seen some tactics lately, and I'm going to use some modified version from my pack show. So I actually watched a show the other night, and he had 5 buyers giveies, 50 wheel spins. So he loaded the first buyer's givey and the last buyer's givey. So that at 10 spins, only the first 10 buyers can enter that buyer's giveaway. While it was running, he loaded the next one. So now only the next 10 were eligible. It wasn't cumulative. And he did that throughout the show. And then at the last one, everyone who bought through the show was eligible. And I go, that's actually pretty good bait with no switch.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah.
And I plan on using the same kind of tactic for my packs, because when you run a pack show, it's like, run a pack, run a pack. And I'm like, no, fuck you. Every 10 wheel spins, we'll run a pack, and I'll do a givey. Because it's not hard to stall a show, you know?
Yeah, I just do buyers giveies. I think Flat Earth or somebody had said in the past about not doing the get people just for viewers, because people just troll when they jump around. I'd rather just give it to somebody that already bought something.
And I
That's
prefer
right.
that too, but the app is designed for you to do that to get growth.
Yeah. But I don't know if you're really getting growth. I mean, I think a lot of the time, I've been on shows where, I'm on a show for 2 hours and some dude that just pops in, never heard his name. It's a horror show. So, you get to know the people, like, who's popping in and who's staying. And it's just like random dudes that don't buy shit. And they just, they're just there for the free givey, and then they jump back out of the show. I'd rather give it to the people that, I'd rather do it word of mouth, like give it to some of my constant buyers, and then let them word of mouth, like spread the word.
I prefer that. And I mean, I've run shows where I go, fuck it, show's over, and I invite all the buyers to a private show.
Oh, okay.
Because like I know Santa was probably there, and maybe not. I know he was there early. I had a form filler win a fucking slab. Didn't say hi, didn't interact, and so he literally got a crosscut Gen X book instead. And because I don't put any description, I use the temporary listing feature, because I just go buyer's giveaway. It doesn't tell you what it is. My sticky note on screen doesn't mean shit.
Right.
So I make sure that their crosscut comic book or card or sticker or pubes, whatever I decide to send them, is bagged and boarded as per the terms of service. And I put a sticky note on there reminding them that it meets the terms of service. Fuck them.
Yeah. No. So that's a good idea what you said about doing the like a private show afterwards. But my only concern is, like, do you do a long show? Do you happen to have people that did buy, like they bounced before?
I did a private show, and the only thing available was the buyer's giveaway, and I gave the buyers a few minutes to enter the show, enter the givey, and I ran it. And so it was the only people who spent money that could be there, period.
Now, did you have a good turnout as far as the people that bought throughout the show, hanging out and hanging
Yeah,
out for that?
yeah, I think it was my Marvel 24 pack show, so I probably sold, I don't know, for me like $800, which is a pretty big show for me.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, so I had whatever 10, 12 buyers, and anyone that was eligible, I sent an invite,
Okay.
come get a slab, boop, done.
Hmm.
And they feel better because they know they're not competing against people who are not not legitimately eligible for it. You know,
Now, how is that better than just running a buyer's give at the end?
no form filler,
Know what?
no form fillers.
What's that mean?
So, as per the law, just like any sweepstakes,
Hmm.
people can go onto the website, copy the buyer's giveaway data from your listing, and
Hmm.
then make themselves eligible on the website with zero purchases, as per U.S. law.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that like notation, but people actually do that.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, yeah. I sent a guy a fucking Gen X book I ran through my crosscut shredder because he
Hmm.
won a fucking slab without saying hi. Didn't
Oh,
buy.
geez.
So yeah, if you run a private show after your
Mhm.
show, only those people you've invited can even see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never. I mean, I don't have big
And
turnouts, but I've never seen somebody that I
buyers,
didn't know actually get it. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it happened several times. I've watched people burn Pokemon cards, smash things, burn things, like because form fillers are getting them. Who didn't buy, didn't participate, didn't say hello, nothing, because
Oh.
that's the whatnot rules. But because it's a private show, you don't even have to do it as a buyers. You just do it as a followers because only people who you shared the link with can join the
Hmm.
show to begin with.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yep, and then be done with it.
Hmm.
I don't like that because you have to get people who are now jumping to the next show back, but
Yeah, yeah.
it depends on what kind of show, the volume you had, how you know the people, and the value of the thing. If I'm fucking giving away whatever an X-Men 1, wraparound, I don't really care who wins it.
Right.
We've got a
Uh,
question from DJ.
so they introduced their own wheels. They're not wheels; it's surprise sets. It spins more like a slot machine wheel. You cannot. They are no longer permitting the regular wheel, the old name of wheel style thing. People do it. They're letting it slide for now, depending on category. It's been completely banned in Europe and coming here soon. You have to do their surprise sets, which means you have to load details about every single item in your listing ahead of time.
Hmm.
No more mystery boxes. Card breaks are allowed. They're treated differently. But I know a guy who's been on Whatnot since the start. He has shut it down, completely bailed, and he's moved to competitive app Fanatics.
Hmm.
And it shows more like a Givey.
Yeah, it spins the wheel just like a giveaway, and then tells you what you've landed on.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
we went over.
Bailey's,
Sorry.
you're not wrong, but they actually have rules in place that you cannot replace your buyer's giveaway item based on who wins it. You cannot load extra buyer's giveaways and only run certain ones. If you load a buyer's giveaway, you're supposed to run every single one. I know people are loading 40 or 50, and they pick a random one to run to beat the form fillers. All those things are against the terms of service.
Hmm.
Yeah. So is loading a spare buyer giveaway because.
Yeah, I know people that load 50 and will run one of them to try and beat the form fillers. All those
Oh, I
things are
don't do the form fillers. What I do it for is the fact of I'll load a buyer's giveaway in case I run the buyer's giveaway by mistake. And John used to do, or JSLS used to do it all the time. Almost once
oh,
a show, he'd run it. I'd
I've
be
done
like,
it. I
dude,
actually have to consciously name my giveaways now. That's why if
yeah.
you come to one of my shows, follower giveaways are named A Givey. That way they're at the fucking top. Like literally, that's the only reason they're named A Givey. So alphabetically, they're at the beginning because I've done that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay, well, here you go. Fucking see you next time.
Okay. Well, all right. So we've talked about Giveys. We've talked about what whether it benefits your show or not. That's the thing. Uh, Tr, you weren't here when we were talking about it. We are trying to get things like cards or stickers that are low weight. That if they aren't a buyer, right, they're getting something, but um, it's not costing you crazy amount. And then we were saying that you would get an upgrade if you were a buyer, so it gives them an incentive to buy something.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, now that you're talking about for Giveys, right?
Yeah, for Giveys, yeah.
Yeah. See, I haven't had any issues with what you guys are talking about. Maybe because I'm don't have a lot of followers, but I haven't had any issues with running Givey. I don't even do Giveys every show. I mean, if I have time, I think about it, I do it, but I haven't had any issues that I had to like try and get around issues that you guys are talking about. You know what I
Well,
mean?
because you're very category specific, like we talked about last week.
Yes. Yes.
Well, where I run mystery boxes, surprise sets now,
Mm,
that kind of thing. So my offerings very random. So I get different people all the time. I don't. The only people
okay.
that I see over and over again are people I've met through the community,
Right.
and some of those people buy, but most of my buyers are new random people.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So I only do buyer gibbies for my horror because that's pretty much a set amount of people. I mean, I'm working on that. The only other two types of shows I've been starting to run is $2 claims, and I don't give gibbies, and I do indie underground adult, but I don't give gibbies. The only thing I give gibbies for is the horror crowd because that's like my main focus, and those are the people that I kind of buy and sell from all the time. So.
yeah, but I mean, I bounce around to all kinds of shows. So something that's become popular, and I do it myself,
Mhm.
is a bait. It's a sellout. So if I have 50 spots on my surprise sets, I will
Mhm.
give away a bigger thing if you buy them all because now I've got my revenue.
Right.
I can cover the cost of that thing plus all the things throughout the show. But
Yeah,
technically, if you don't sell out and you don't run the buyer's giving, you've broken their TOS because they don't care why you loaded it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Well, again, we were just saying to use Giveys because it seems like doing so brings more people in, not just for the Gibbies, but it increases your numbers anyways for buyers. And we're on the
yeah,
saying
both
followers are going up by about 20%.
See,
depending.
I'm more selective. I, I, of course, I want to. I'm still trying to get to that 1,000 followers, but I have like boxes, short boxes, and of stuff I give away. Like anytime somebody buys from me, I give gibbies. I put them in their box. Anything they bought, I try and pull something similar. I do the cards. I don't know if you guys have ever bought from me, but I'm running Frazetta cards. So I went through like 7 cases of Frazetta cards. I give everybody a freebie, a sticker, a business card, extras. Now I just ran out of Frazetta cards, so I just got 10 cases of heavy metal cards. But I'd rather just kind of build it that way. I'm not. I still want it, grow it, but when I grow my show, I want it to be sincere people. Like I'm not.
We
I'm
all do,
trying to target who I want to follow me, if that makes sense.
but that's not how the algo works. How many followers do you have?
6 something,
6,600.
600 and something. Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, if your next show you run buyer give or follower givey after follower givey, the
Hmm.
lowest weight, you'll gain 30 to 40 people every show.
Yeah, but
You're
will they come back to buy stuff, or are they just going to pop in to buy to try and get free shit? Like I don't need that.
would just mind control them, dude. And then I would
Yeah.
own a lot. Like I could, but I would tell you, I've run every type of givey. This last weekend, I ran buyer givey or follower givey after follower givey. They were just cards,
Hmm.
card, one after another. I gained 50 people in one day.
Wow.
Yep. Hey,
All right, maybe that's how I have to do it because I see new people there, and within
over.
like a week they got like 1,000 followers. Maybe that's what they're doing.
And you weren't here at the beginning, so I gave away 30 cards.
Uh-huh.
Gained 50 followers because you have to follow me to enter. I
Right.
only had to send out 4 envelopes of cards for people who didn't buy.
Now, what do you put them at as far as weight? Like, what do you?
The 1 to 3 ounce, the lowest thing that's not air. Why
Okay.
is there a fucking 0 ounce setting on whatnot?
I have no idea.
Fucking question. But yeah, I said it the lowest thing. So
Okay.
either people bought and got a free thing,
Mhm.
got a free thing, and then bought because their shipping was reduced.
Okay, so like I said, I have like 8 cases of these heavy metal cards coming. So right now, I just give them to buyers and I just tape them to their, with their package. So
Yeah,
you're saying I can run them like they cost me like 50 cents a pack. So you're saying I could just run them constantly for free Giveys?
I run them constantly. I tried it this past weekend. I gained 50 people in 2.5 hours.
Mhm.
I only had 4 envelopes for people who didn't buy something. Some of them I already paid all their shipping because they
Right.
want 1 or 2 Giveys first.
Right, right.
But I
But he's
also had
saying one
multiple
cart.
people who
So
bought
take your
after
pack.
tax because their shipping was reduced.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You would only get you would only use up a pack a show, right? Because he's saying each Givey is only one of the cards out of the pack.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not even giving a pack. You're
fuck
just
that.
doing a card.
Dude, I literally was giving people fucking Panini Toxic Crusaders cards.
That's fucking amazing. I never thought of it that way.
But yeah, so I wasn't giving away packs, but like, yeah, just a free card. I let it run the 5 full minutes, and you can
Okay.
run stuff in between. You don't have to wait for the giveaway to end. You can run stuff while the giveaway's running. So you got
Right.
30 auctions and 5-minute giveaway. You can run 10 fucking things.
Now, are you saying what the Givey is, or you're just running it and saying,
It's a fucking Panini Toxic Crusaders card, a baseball card, whatever. I'll put it up.
okay, okay.
They want it, they want it. They don't, they don't. I can't change that.
Maybe I'll try that on the $2 claim show. That's probably great because that's people looking for shit for nothing, anyways.
It's actually something JoJo's Comics.
Uh-huh.
JoJo. He's actually a really great dude, but he's creeping up on the 23K, and that's what he does.
Hmm.
He runs his show, and he just has someone run the Giveys on another device the entire time.
Now, what's the benefit of getting more followers if it's those types of followers?
Well, but say you get a 50% return, right?
Mhm.
Which is about what I had. Buyers.
Okay, well,
winners.
that was gonna be my next question. Okay.
So say I had a 50% return on my Giveys for people that were winners turn into buyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you grow your follower number, you've gained 50% buyers.
Okay. Okay.
So, right? I mean, so if you're at 8,000 people, hopefully you end up with 4,000 buyers. 4,000 people that see your show is coming up. They're getting a notification that you're starting because they follow you and have notifications on.
True.
Ultimately,
Okay.
It sucks, but that's how the game works.
Okay.
In theory,
It makes sense why I see new people that I follow, and the next thing you know, I'm like, well, how the hell they have more followers than me? They just they'll post like, oh, my first show, and like when I see people post their first show, I always try and buy something just to like say, hey, welcome to whatnot, buy like a $5 comic or whatever. Next thing I know, I go to their next show and they got like 300 followers. I'm like, what the hell? It took me 6 months.
Some people are doing that in a different way. Santa, have you ever been to Steve Crazy Cool Comic shows?
No.
Early in the morning. So I know Steve when he had like 100 followers, and like I would be in the shows trying to help him. Steve's got, I don't know, 5,000 followers.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, he's consistent and he figured out a metric. But the more people that follow you, the more people that will see your next show. Ultimately,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, that and the fact of with my tools that I'm making, that you're going to be able to blast to not just 5 at a time, right? You're going to be able to say, hey, my next show for all the followers. So you want to get more followers
Mm-hmm.
to get it, and then try to convert them into buyers, and that's really where your job comes. We're trying to help new sellers get an idea to get it so that that's the only thing they have to worry about.
Oh yeah, I know people with 5,000 followers, and their average viewer counts under 20.
Yeah,
So even with that many followers, you're not getting the engagement. I mean,
Well,
that's
and
a
that's the thing. I mean, I'm at 600, but I get 20 followers. But those 20 followers buy,
well,
so
gives
maybe,
you
and that's the way I've always been thinking is, kind of just selling to a tight group of friends, I guess you would, what not friends, you know what I mean?
that too, and it's awesome. But you know what? What happens when you run out of stuff they want?
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah,
New people want, but they haven't found you.
yeah, true, true.
I mean, I think we talked about last week. You can run the same book 4 shows in a row, and until you find that right person, I
Yeah,
sat on
that's kind of what I found out is I have shit that sat on my wall for like 10 shows, and all of a sudden a new buyer comes in and buys all the shit. I'm like, oh man, okay,
and
now I got to find more.
you're more about the hobby than you are about the money, which is awesome, and I appreciate that. But I watch people pay $15 for $2 Punisher books based on the show, the
Hmm.
presentation, and the potential prize at the end. There's been a lot of buyer bait shows that I've been in lately. I've unfollowed these people. Like it's
Now
a $3 book. Don't
what
get me wrong.
what do you call a buyer's bait?
It's so I won a New Mutants '98 book as a
Hmm.
buyer's fee, and they would just push people to buy to enter that one buyer's givey at the end. It didn't matter what they were buying or who they're buying it from. It was
Hmm.
about the entry for the buyer's giveaway at the end because the buyer's giveaway was such a hot item, high dollar book. People are paying $15 and more for fucking filler books.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Got to enter the giveaway.
Hmm.
And I fucked them because I bought a $3 book, gave someone else in chat and won anyway. But
yeah. I used to see a couple people were doing that, and they'd have like a $2 or $3 top loader. You buy a top loader, and you're in the game,
well,
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
able to enter the gimme.
you know, this is your last chance to enter the buyers, and you got stuff in your bin. I get that, but yeah, I see a lot of buyers bait shows lately.
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna pick out this fucking expensive key. That's fine, but now they've sold 100, and they won't run the buyers giveaway. I'm gonna sell. We're not running till 200 sales, but
Yeah,
100
yeah.
of those sales are $10, $15 sales, and they're fucking dollar books. I mean,
Hmm.
if we want to grow a hobby, that's not the way to do it. You're going to burn out all these new buyers.
Yeah, see, that's so not the way I think, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, me
But
either. I've unfollowed all those people, and I understand it from a seller's perspective, but man, that's like a one and done.
yeah, right, right.
Yeah, there's certain people that way.
Correct, but unfortunately, I hate to say it, but there's new people coming in all the time.
Well, yeah, and that's what Memo was talking about last week or Monday. Was he on Monday? No, last Monday. It was last Monday on bragging rights. The flood of new people, and as soon as you join the app, you're getting an invite to sell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, every time I go to a comic show, I couldn't tell you how many people I hear saying, I'm going to start selling on Whatnot. Like, it seems like everybody sells on Whatnot.
Well, yeah, because they don't realize that Whatnot's going to take 60 to 70%.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. So I'm familiar with Flat, but are you, Pilsner, are you on the group horror? Do you do horror or no?
No, I do random ass shit. I used to buy way too much stuff on the old mystery box shows
Okay.
because mystery boxes were awesome. Because like finding a safe in your house or
Right.
the Goonies treasure, it literally could be anything. You had no idea what you were getting.
Did you say they're not doing them anymore?
Yeah, no, those are off limits now.
Okay, because I did get burned a couple times from somebody
Oh,
that was selling them.
that backstage, I bought, people running $12 fucking mystery boxes, and I'm like, I don't need a Silver Surfer fucking 91 that's
Yeah.
got the fucking back cover ripped off. But thanks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, some of that has led to the demise of the mystery boxes.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have a lot of shit. So now I the garbage I got goes in one box, and then signed and foils and NYCC exclusives go in different boxes. And I run surprise wheels. I run auctions.
Okay.
If you cruise around the app, and Sam has probably seen it, things that I created to get rid of shit, I've seen appear other places. Santa, have you seen my stacker show elsewhere? I've run across that several times.
No, but I've seen the stacker, but like before you started it.
Oh, I didn't see it before I started, but most of them put a cap. I would used to run. I'm gonna run this book at $1. I just keep adding.
Oh
And-
yeah, well I did. They're the extended version where you're just like until somebody buys, I'm just going to keep adding. I've never seen that, but what I've seen it on multiple shows. It's every time that there was a bid, they'd add something to a stack.
Different.
Yeah.
So I used to run just to get rid of long boxes worth of filler books. I would start a book at $1. Didn't sell. I add a book. Add a book. Add a book. Add a book. I've sold 15, 20 books for a fucking $1. Just to get rid of them. I saw other people doing that because no one knows how to get rid of the crap. How do you get rid of crap?
Yeah, I've seen a few variants of it. I've seen where, like you said, like I haven't seen $1, but I've seen like they start at 10, and then they start throwing shit. They max it like whatever it is in a priority box, like 50, 55 books. And then they'll just keep raising it, or I'll see where they'll start at. Some of the funny ones is where they'll start at like $50, and it's like really like it better be $50 of good shit. Because you can only fit 50, 55 bucks in a box.
Flat rate boxes. Like, I'm going to start for $15. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many 10-cent books can you put in here? That's not covered with 10-cent. It's FMV 10-cent books.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes they'll flip them, front to back to try and fit more,
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because the edges just fine stack up. But
they're not going to be very well packed. I mean, I see these guys, they jam these things in a box.
We'll actually pack them decent when they're done. But yeah, I've gotten some flat rate boxes, and that's it. What you
If you want a good example of it, Power Hockey Camps, Karen does the best job at packing them. They put packing peanuts in it, right? Plus stuff they'll put the priority bubble mailers to make sure that they stay in place, plus the packing peanuts so it doesn't. And they also double box them. Because,
okay, that's good.
Right, they double box.
That rates at whatever you've seen on the stream, Aaron all is what you get.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys do it, but I just go on the USPS website and I get I just max out all their packing, the bubble mailers, and I just use them for packing. I mean, now the only thing, it took me a while to figure that out, but now the only thing I really pay for is just clear packing tape. That's the only thing I buy. Everything else I just get from free. What's that?
They'll send you free priority tape as well.
Oh, do they still do that? See, I used to sell on eBay like 20 years ago. I didn't know if they still have that. Oh, okay.
Last I saw, they still had it.
Oh, that's good to know. 'Cause that's good tape too.
Yeah. Okay, so we went over the Giveys. We'll go to the second issue the second idea that we had for the show, and that's networking. And we were already starting to talk about it, and the idea of having other sellers, networking with other sellers to try to pump you up by helping them too, right? Getting into a sort of a group.
That's been massive for me because you can meet a lot of people on the app and you can be in group chats and you can have those people that are like, yeah, I'll come support. And they just kind of chill in your show and they say hi when they get there, which is nice. And it's appreciated, but it's not helpful. It doesn't move the ball. So I don't know, and Sam and I talked about it after my show on Sunday. I've had friends, followers, whatever you want to call them, humanly have like 100K roughly in followers.
Hmm.
And I'm a fucking schmuck at 905, but I can come in their show. I don't have to buy. And as soon as they can see me in the show, and I have silent entry on, so any action I take makes me visible to them. I'm automatically modded. I'm automatically called out by name. I automatically get followers. Why I've been in on this stream and watching an app with no activity, I've gotten 5 new followers.
Oh wow!
Right? And I mean, and 5's 5, but it's like, and 2 of them will fall off, 3 of them will fall off. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's half a dozen shows. Like I said, there's one that's at 23K. There's one at 8K, one at 5,800, one at 10. But because of my interactions with them, I can just drop in their show. I'm automatically a mod, and I automatically get name dropped and get followers. And I found it to be incredibly helpful. My show Sunday, Santa, how long were you there? In and out, I assume.
I'm usually there the whole time. It's just whether I'm
Well, yeah.
actively paying attention, but I'm in and out.
And my show really started to die on Sunday. It really fell off. And it was a wheel show. It was a surprise sets. And someone I know that I participate in, I will buy a $4 book. I'm like, yo, bro, just fucking add it to your end of show giveaway. I don't care. I just bought because it cost me $9 and I want to participate and support, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped in my show at perfect fucking timing, and he's active in the chat, which is huge for the algo.
Mm-hmm.
He bought, I don't know, 8 or 10 things out of the whatever I had loaded. Helped me sell out. Didn't want it, gave it away to the rest of the chat. Like, without him, the show would have been dead halfway through. I would have just called it, ran the fucking giveaway. I would have lost money on the whole show.
Nice.
And but that's the point of the conversation is like, because I've met these people, they show up, they invite other people, they share the show. Actively having people actively share the show during why it's live is great because people share it beforehand. You can see if you load your show, so and so shared your show. I'm like, that's fine, except that person, whoever you shared it to, is not going to be available when I run it. You need to share it to people who are on the app right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this isn't exactly what you guys are talking about, but you know, you're talking about kind of having like, you know, like a group of guys. We actually something happened a few hours ago. Again, I'm really tight with the horror crowd, so somebody fairly new was posting some pre-code horror. I jumped in, bought a few books, and I kind of tabbed out and started getting messages. People asking me for my phone number, you know, check it, watch out for this guy, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, and I noticed on his show, he kept saying like he had like superb book, like pre codes. And he kept saying, you know, feel free to return, free returns, which I thought was kind of odd. Like, you know, if you don't trust your own shit, like, why even say that? So we're now having a conversation as far as maybe doing like our own, almost like a certified horror seller, like almost like in like cross promoting, like you were saying, cross promoting each other, and then if we find some legit sellers, adding them to it, and maybe doing some kind of like seal or something that we can Photoshop on our profile picture, saying that this is a certified seller or something like that, like a horror seller, you know, just to kind of like give a little bit more,
Yeah, but
you
how long
know.
before that's hijacked? I guess.
What's that?
How long before something like that gets hijacked?
You know what? I'm more naive than you guys. You know, you guys see the broader picture. I'm more, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, if you got fucking a couple 100,000 users on there that are just looking to be Givey goblins, how long before they steal? Because right now you have people on that are stealing people's posted books, listing them as their own.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
I'm so naive. You guys know much more than I do.
It's whatnot in every single competitive app. Like because I gotta get your money, and I go, fuck yeah, like right, like once I have money, you're kind of screwed on a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
I fought with eBay multiple times. Like I sold something when I was in the props with community. I would sculpt and da da da. And I had somebody buy a helmet, fiberglass helmet, and they got it.
Mm-hmm.
And in 120 days, they decided that it was broken when they received it.
Oh, jeez.
Because they had a 180-day return. They sent the fucking thing back to me. I had to pay for a return label. They shipped it back to me in the same box I sent it to them. You ever break fiberglass? You ever smash fiberglass?
No.
It makes a fucking mess.
So did it break or
zero dust, zero broken parts of this helmet in their box, and I fucking eat it. Like, but most of the platforms now have gone nope, sellers only. There are no more buyer protections. Yeah,
Right.
I had this guy's cat knocked it off his fucking table, and I had to pay him for the helmet and the return label almost 6 months later. Like, so if you're scammy, you can get away with that shit because sellers only or buyers protections only.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, so all the stuff, the scary stuff that you guys are telling me, is it better to be larger and have a broader audience of possible scammers, or just keep it tight and a family type show?
It all depends what your goal is.
Yeah.
I think Sam would agree. Like, if I think that what you do, you don't need the broader audience, right?
No, I'm just doing it for fun.
Well, it's me too. I do it for fun. I do it for money to piss away in other people's shows.
Well, I do it to buy my I collect pre-code. So I try and make about $500 a week, and that's what I use for my purchases for my own collection.
Are you doing it that consistently?
I'm doing about so when you click on was it like sales analysis, it comes out to like $1,200. Like I guess the default is 2 weeks, and it comes out to $1,200. So and that's about 3 or 4 pre-codes every couple weeks, about 2 a week.
So
I buy.
For you don't even need to worry about growth.
Well, no, I'm not. No, I mean if it helps me sell. So I buy. I originally started buying bronze, copper, and pre-code horror. So I have a large collection of my own stuff, and now I'm reselling that to buy my own stuff. But I actively buy collections to resell, and I keep what I want and I resell the rest. Either if it's horror, it goes to my horror shows, and if it's now that I've gotten bigger collections, I have a lot of $2 shit, like stuff like that. But the ultimate goal is to pay for my hobby, if that makes sense.
I think that's anyone that buys and sells,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a decision you have to make: is are you only going to sell stuff that fits your niche? Or do you need to expand?
Right.
If you need to expand, then you have to take the risks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm doing the $2 shows. I started doing that for about 3 weeks. But the downside, I tried to do $2 auctions, and then the hit from the whatnot, it's insane. So then now I'm doing claims, but now you have to, I have a whole table in my garage of people that haven't paid for claims.
Fuck you. And you put it in the box alphabetically and you start over. But I mean, so if you want to stay in your niche there, you'll be fine. If you're making the money you need to make every week, every 2 weeks, $500, $600, you're fine. If you want to expand, you're going to have problems. Because you're going to get the trolls, you're going to get the fucking goblins, you're going to get the scammers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm kind of under the radar at this point. That's why I'm not dealing with the things.
But the stuff you have that you're talking about, you're going to open yourself up to that. And it's a risk of doing business in any market. Any market.
Right.
That whatnot favors the terrible people, it seems.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, like, so that's something you have to decide is, do you want to, your best bet would be find someone who's $2 and all that other shit you don't want is their niche and sell them that collection and get the fuck out of it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's sort of. But the problem is, I just keep accumulating. I try and buy collections, and it comes with all this extra shit. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, just try and blow it out.
We'll just find someone that wants that shit. That's
Yeah.
also a seller.
Hmm.
Make a deal. Find someone that regular you can just do regular deals with and get rid of it. Because if
Oh,
you want to stay, you're at 600 some odd, and you want to stay, say, under 1,000, because with anything you'll have exponential growth. The bigger you are, the easier to find.
Hmm.
You're going to expose yourself to all those terrible things and all those risks and all those people who don't pay and all those fucking trolls, goblins, gremlins, etc.
Right. Well, I guess I got to just decide which way I want to go. I guess.
Well, yeah, because you're at the point where now it's a hobby, but it's also a business. You have to decide the direction of the business before it decides for you.
Right.
and that's was the other thing that I was going to say, is the fact of whether you want it to be the hobby or be the business, right? It's you got I see a few people like Start a Wyatt that are like, okay, well, I'm quitting my job and I'm doing this full time because they saw some success. And I'm
Yeah.
like, awesome. Um, but now you're not just doing it for fun. Now you're doing stuff and you're making decisions because of need.
Right.
Yeah, I never want to make a decision out of need based on a comic book. I love comic books. I don't want to have to make a life or death decision based on a comic book.
Yeah. So that's why it was it's a good benefit here and there, but it's here are the tools, here are the ideas to try to build um your following if you want to, right? That's the nice thing
Now,
about this.
do you guys do it for a living, or do you do it on the side, or?
I don't even run shows on a regular basis. I do it whenever I want to,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty
which
much
is
me too.
a
Yeah.
detriment to myself.
But you like actively buying collections to resell, or actively buying for your own collection and just selling off extras or stuff you don't want?
The above. I have a bunch of shit that I buy to buy because the app is addictive and fun.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
and now I don't need the things.
Mm,
Um, in my year on Whatnot, I've probably picked up one or two actual things on the app
hmm.
for my PC. I probably bought more from people I've met on the app on side deals for my
Okay.
PC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually done better with side deals
Yeah.
than yeah,
One of my favorite keys I ever got is from Flat Earth. I mean,
yeah,
and it was
yeah.
through a PayPal interaction.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's like I do that too, and like what my thing, and those that know me in the community know that I deal in usually very high grade stuff, or
Hmm.
that's what I'm after for my PC for
And
sure.
your better, he burns it.
um, so what I'll do is I will, if I've got something, I will usually sell after I upgrade,
Okay.
right? So I'll start, sell it, but what I try not to do is do like 5 or 6 hops to get to a like a really high grade. I'll try to do it in more like a three hops.
Okay.
The more hops you get when you start upgrading to get stuff, the more opportunities you have to lose money.
True. Yeah. No, I agree on that.
So that's why most of my stuff is, I may do a show, I may do like 3 or 4 shows and make no money because
Hmm.
people, I need the right people in there to buy my stuff. I need more whales.
Hmm.
That's all. But I get those more on Instagram or Facebook than I do on Whatnot.
Yeah. See, I don't really know how to sell on Instagram. So.
Oh, well, again, that's why I'm putting together tools to make it easy for people to do it both on YouTube, Instagram, and
Okay, great.
as well as whatnot. So yeah,
Hmm.
that stuff will, oh, excuse me, will be, within the next month or so. Well, definitely by the end of the year, the whole
Okay,
toolset will be out.
awesome.
So that's where I benefit, right? Selling the books is more, again, sort of a fun enjoyment, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Where I get it more for doing the development and helping people, and I'm putting together tutorials and stuff like that, right? That's where my money generation from the comic industry will be.
Yeah, see, and in my point, it seems to be more making friendships. You
Yep.
know, like I feel like my sister now, she follows my shows and she wants to do a split screen. Like she's retired. So she's like, oh, I want to help you and doing, this and that. And she's like, we went out to lunch and she's like, oh, who's Filthy Hobbitses and who's Tom's House of Comics and who's Sizzle and who's this? And I'm going, I don't really know. And she's like, well, you guys are on live and you guys act like you're really friends and this and that. I said, well, I kind of think we are friends, but
Yeah.
I don't really know them.
Look,
Really?
2 social media apps ago, yes, they are friends. They're internet friends.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
you goddamn every day on the apps, and we chat on apps off whatnot, whatever. I don't know what they fucking even look like.
Yeah. 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 Matter of fact, like I said, we have a group chat with a bunch of horror people, and we have some issue going on with a guy selling some sketchy stuff that I bought tonight. So I got a message from a bunch of people saying, "Hey, watch out for this guy." And then somebody in the group text said, "Hey, anybody have TR's phone number?" uh, I guess wanted to let me know about the seller. So I posted my phone number up, and next thing you know, I got like 6 people that texted me say, "Hey, this is yada yada. Just so you have my number. Anytime you want to talk, let me know." It's like a nice tight community.
Yeah, like I would like to see more, even it doesn't have to be bigger communities, but more interconnected communities, like
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
horror community with they get along with the, I don't know, the GI Joe or action community or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Oh, we lost TR. Uh,
Well, hot damn.
well, as it was, I'm just saying, like,
Well,
it
yeah,
was
and
nice
that's
to
the thing.
see
And I'm like,
crossover.
I try to avoid the genre connection.
Yeah,
I mean, 'cause JoJo he opened a fucking physical shop,
yeah.
and so he sells everything: figures, fucking stupid old vinyl figs, whatever, Funkos.
Hmm.
They're just actual sellers who have some kind of heart in it. And obviously, I don't care what your gimmick is. And I'm not here to make money and this and that. And it's like, well, you are, because
You
you're
are, because you
you're
have to.
you're a collector first. You're only on this app because you got
Hey,
stuff you
nerdy geek.
want to keep.
Oh,
And
sorry about that. I got kicked out for some reason.
I don't know why. Um,
but yeah, you're on the app because you need to make a few bucks because there's something else you want.
yeah, you you
And but
you do have to treat it as a business, at least somewhat, so
yeah,
that you're not wasting money and it's not sucking you and being worse, make it
if you
losing more and worse than your
yeah, but even you can turn
mortgage.
I always do it. If I can turn some of it, I'm going to call it crap because it's crap I don't collect. Items, collectibles, comics, etc. I don't need it. So to me, it's worthless. Whatever my investment value is, I'll track later. But if I can get it into someone else's hands that enjoys this thing and I can turn that into something I want, we've all met our goal.
Yeah, I agree. And before TR got kicked off, I was saying, TR, that yeah, it'd be great to have even multiple groups communicate between each other as groups, right? Where you don't need to be in such a, you don't need to grow your group necessarily, but grow your influence with everybody, because there's a lot of good people out in there, there's a lot of bad, but truthfully, there's a lot of good people on and good sellers on Whatnot.
There are. It takes some time to filter them, but
Yeah.
if they got
Did you lose
80
TR again?
followers, you probably don't need them around. I'll tell you that.
Oh, did we lose you, TR? Yeah, you might be on the phone or something. Yeah. Hey, by the way, hey nerdy, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I mean those are the topics that I wanted to touch on this week. I think we did a pretty good job on it. So I'm going to leave the rest of the show for Q&A. Any Q&A that the chat wants, or anybody, any questions that you guys have.
Hey, just saying.
What's that?
I said Glenn is also open to TNA. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, Carr may frown upon it, but I'm open. I'm open to it. I just, Any questions from the chat?
I think they're just soaking it all in.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to take in, a lot of different approaches to take. I watch other people's shows to try and, just like anything in life, I want to steal the good and ignore the bad, and say, hey, that is malicious. That is a terrible way to approach this. I don't want to be that guy.
But going to cons like Heroes Con, we met a lot of great people from both Whatnot and YouTube. There was a YouTube meetup. Maybe getting the ideas at some of these cons to say, hey,
I've tried programs.
What's that?
Oh, Bailey's had a question about rewards programs.
Oh, yeah.
I have used them. I'm a participant in them. I've run them myself. So for me, it's tough. I'll run auctions. I'll run fucking mystery boxes. I'll run stackers. If you run a consistent style show, they're great because you can say, I'm going to set this reward value, whether it be $1 off $5 or whatever it is. And if you run the same style show over and over, it's very valuable. But if I'm going to run a box show and say you're going to get $2 off, and then I run fucking $2 auctions, my entire next show is free if people hit that tier. So you have to be very cautious of your style shows before you introduce coupons, because you can't turn them off till the end of the season.
Right. And you can't change them.
Can't change them, can't modify them, you can't do anything. So yeah, if you're going to do a consistent style show, coupons are invaluable to your people, and you can push that. When they come into your show, it shows their reward badge. You can call them out and be like, yo, there's my one platinum member. Like, what are you rest of you doing? Whatever. You can chain people, etc. But yeah, if you bounce it around, you're going to lose your ass.
Yeah. I'm in a, it depends, and do your rewards based upon what you're willing to lose.
Oh yeah,
because it comes out of your pocket.
Oh yeah, but like I said, like if Bailey's won't have a problem, you wouldn't have a problem because you do very. Soda probably benefit largely from a rewards program.
Yes,
because you guys run a regular style show. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to do this today, but my program's already in place. So if I run cheap ass auctions, I'm going to be paying people to take books. I mean,
well, what a lot of people do is I've seen it across the board. I've seen it I'm in one guy's show that he does anywhere between 10, he starts at 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever, all the way up to 25%. And he gives them 10 10 of them each season, like 10 of each level. But to get to the high level, you've got to spend $2,000 with them.
And that's the other thing. You have to decide where your different tier markers are going to be. There's a guy who's doing mystery boxes, the old program.
Mhm.
He fucked up his coupons bad. And I would just keep buying. I hit diamond in a show, and I only spent like $30. I just kept fucking buying books that I didn't want, and then because they were all free.
And what people need to realize is once you get to the high tiers, especially diamond, you go back. You don't start at nothing.
Oh yeah,
And the new one, you start at gold.
Yep. Which has value if you promote it correctly.
Right. Yeah, it all depends. Yeah, we use them. Nerdy Geek, yeah. Do the rewatch of the shows. Lots of good information. That's kind of why we're trying to do this. If you want to get on, you're more than welcome. In fact, next show, if you want to come on, we'll give you the link, and you can ask questions in person. Be part of the panel to say, "Hey, I want to try this. How does this work?"
Well, I think there's value because Sam and I are both also buyers, so we get to see things that we haven't tried. So maybe we get some buyers only in here.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not just about sellers. It's about, hey, we want to get more people, so let's see what it would take to get you into our show.
Yep, and I'd say more than half my buyers are buyers only.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yep.
Another great
All right.
show. It was great
TR, thanks.
talking to you guys. Love you guys.
Thanks again. Awesome. We'll see you
All
at the
right.
next show.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
See it?
Oh, and now Jeff's here, just getting to the end. But does anybody in the chat have any questions? Like any questions you've got on stuff that has to do with whatnot, whether you're a seller, whether you're a buyer, um, anything that you're like, hey, I didn't know how that worked or whatever. If not, we'll probably wrap it up because it's been an hour and 40 minutes almost. So pretty good show. I think it was damn well informative. I love doing these shows. I think it's awesome.
I've enjoyed these. You have good but loose structure. Well, we've talked about the structure on other shows. Like it's there, but it's not tight. But it's not just fucking mayhem.
Yeah. I think the 3 topics or the 2 topics and 2 topics and a Q&A, I think is probably the best sort of format, where it gives us, half an hour to 45 minutes per topic to sort of flesh it out.
Yeah, it's open forum.
Yeah.
With people on both sides. I mean, TR is not buying as much on whatnot, but he's buying outside collection and has to deal with it, which is a whole nother struggle.
Well, that's going to be a topic, and it's who wants to give up some of their things, because let's face it, some of the little tricks you might not want to give up as a seller. I get it, but
you know tricks. Fuck, I haven't enough.
Well, where to find, like, it's basically sort of region dependent, essentially, because I don't get the collections even in the area that I'm at. But if I go over to Buffalo, I do, but I'm also in competition with good friends of mine, right?
Yeah, PHC.
Well, yeah, yeah, PHC, but as well as you're also dealing with a lot of people are coming in.
Facebook marketplace people.
Yeah, but um, uh, what do you call it? Giants are there.
Oh, I didn't realize they were up there.
Yeah, that's their warehouse is in Buffalo. So is DA Comics, Dave and Adams.
Yeah.
They're in Buffalo too.
Yeah, and that's my thing. So I know a guy who was on Whatnot, and he was a big buyer. He was running shows. He bought a bunch of collections and was looking at storage units, and he got off the app. And I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do with all that stuff? And he's like, I don't know yet. I'm like, dude, what the? You bought like a couple thousand filler books and you don't have a plan?
Yeah, good job. You're gonna be requesting a whole bunch of flat rate boxes. I guarantee it.
And getting divorced.
No doubt. But yeah, it was a great show. That's kind of what I love doing about this. And we're going to end it, guys. I appreciate it. We can't do it without you. The chat is a prime feature about these shows. Thank you so much for dropping by, everybody. And Ron, as always, thanks for being a co-host.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Love having you here, man. It's awesome bouncing stuff back and forth. Makes it a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, we're going to drop out, and you're going to get to hear the What Not, Why Not new theme song.
Every issue a story that's gotta be told. Why not, why not? Let's make a deal. Trading my soul